What you think about that? What you think about these all these new AI generated porno shits that's been going on? Like I noticed what's the girl that play basketball name? Angel
Angel Reese.
yeah, they got a it's a sex video, like a little butt naked shit going around to her. That's not real. It's AI. It's AI. It look real though, but it ain't her. It's like some AI shit. And then I know they did one with Cardi B, one with what's her name, Ruby Rose, one with Lotto. What you think about them shits going around?
I mean, shit. To me, like that shit is whack. I mean, I think that shit is for like some motherfuckers who probably like fantasizing about watching them. You know what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers who probably some creepy ass fans of theirs and would like to see something like that, but they know that that's something they'll never see. So this AI shit is, something that's basically being, giving them a platform where they can, fulfill they sick ass fantasies and shit.
Yeah, that's how I see it. Like, man, that's just some creep shit. Some way out weirdo creep nigga shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
like
it's
a nigga just wouldn't, that ain't nothing that I would like watch. Cause you know what I'm saying, like I wouldn't care to watch nothing like that.
right, right. Yeah, that shit is some creepy shit. Like, what nigga sit around and put some shit? I think a nigga who will make some shit like that is like the same type of motherfucker who funneling child porn and all kind of other weird shit.
Right, right. Like I say, people, man, have some sick ass fantasies, bro. And they come up with all these different ways to um, be able to fulfill these sick ass fantasies without having to deal with any kind of consequences. But I feel like those women should be able to sue.
Yeah,
You know what I
they
mean?
should, but it's hard to because what they doing is they going through the dark web and they making these accounts that's untraceable accounts, so they really don't be knowing where that shit be coming from.
Right, right, right. Yeah, cause no, that's that. Like I said, at the end of the day, like that shit, that's just some weird ass shit to me.
Right. Look, we was just talking about some shit about oh yeah. When you was telling me to watch the little documentary about the child stars, right? Now,
Yeah, quiet on set.
right. I ain't got a chance to watch it yet though. I'm gonna try to catch up with it and get with it this weekend. But Trey actually sent me a a video that was on TikTok of what's his name? Is it Drake Bell or some shit? What's his name?
Yeah, yeah, the little white boy.
Yeah, and he was talking about how he woke up, to the dude, you know what I mean, doing
Raping
him
him.
up. Yeah,
Yeah,
doing
cuz was raping him. Cuz like a nigga woke up to this man doing what he was doing to him, and man, I feel like anybody who could go up there, especially a man, you know what I'm saying, not taking nothing from women who share their stories, because I know as soon as I said that, the women probably been like, well, what about it? Yeah, I'm not saying that y'all stories, don't matter, and that it's easier for y'all to get up there and tell what happened to y'all. I'm not saying that, but I just feel like, or I mean, not easier or harder, but I do feel like it takes a lot for a man to get in front of a camera, knowing that millions of people are gonna view and watch him say another man did some sexual shit to him. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And yeah, so like I applaud any dude that can, man, get up there and share a story to bring awareness about how, the industry is, because a lot of parents want their kids to be a part of the industry. And, sometimes the parents can be at fault sometimes, when they showed Amanda Bynes her story, her whole story is kind of just one of those things where it seems like almost every single adult that she had in her life just failed her, because she was supposed to be like, you know I remember when Amanda Bynes came out and they gave her the Amanda Bynes show and all that, and she would appear, as a co-star on the all that show and all that, you know what I mean? And it's just like her, like, to find out how they was doing her is just crazy. Cause you see your boy, um, um, the little young dude who was on Comic View. I think he probably was the youngest comic to ever touch Comic View, a stage like Comic View. Um, I can't remember his name, man, but he had the
You talking about
braids.
the little black boy, right?
He wasn't on the series, but the black boy who had the braids, the long
I
hair.
know exactly. He was the
Yeah,
only
yeah,
child
yeah.
on Comic View.
Right, exactly. Cause so, um, Cub put up a tweet after this shit came out, a tweet, or it was some a post. I know it was a post, but Cub was like, his show that he had on Nickelodeon got canceled. I nigga said, yeah, just Jordan got canceled because I wasn't about giving up no ass.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like he basically was, you know, like he was putting it out there, like, yeah, these motherfuckers be on that type of time. And like I say, a lot of people want their kids to be a part of the industry, and some people, a lot of adults, parents, they want to live out the dreams that they once were having when they were young, but it didn't work out that way. They want to live through their children.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so they force their kids in some situations to, just accept this and accept that, or, whatever the case may be. And a lot of motherfuckers are just money hungry. Nigga, money will bring out the worst in a lot of people.
Facts. Facts. It will. And yeah, that shit unfortunate that all these children have to go through that. Just for their parents to obtain some wealth that they didn't get to, get in they early years. So then they push their children to be something that they might not mentally be ready for. Even if they not being abused. That push and being in that limelight of stardom is just a whole lot to deal with within itself. Let alone them being fondled with on top of that. So
Right. Yeah.
you know, I um I watched this movie last night. They got a movie on Netflix now that came out, a John Wayne Gacy movie,
Oh yeah, yeah, man.
and
That dude.
the dude who funded with Drake Bell was friends with John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, that nigga had like he was like pen pals with Cuz. You know what I'm saying? And man, when the dude who was raping Drake, Bell, the dude who was doing what he was doing with him, I ain't gonna lie, that shit made me look at niggas differently. Like, and also, it kind of make me think, like, remember the show Boy Meets World, right?
Right,
So, you know, when people, are in court or getting ready to get sentenced and shit like that, they always, the judge accept these letters from people, you write on that motherfucker behalf and shit like that. So, I felt like the Drake dude, like, damn, to see that this dude who raped this kid, had so much of a support system. You know what I'm saying? People writing in these letters saying like, "Oh, he probably was tempted." Like, how do you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you justify a kid being molested, sexually assaulted, raped, or whatever you want to, whatever words you want to use? How do you justify that? How do you say, well, I'm pretty sure he was tempted before he folded under pressure? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you, like that? Don't even sound right. And some of the people that wrote letters were, some of the characters from the Boy Meets World show, and that just made me look at them differently. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all supporting that shit, and um, I notice whenever they have like these Boy Meets World reunions, cause I don't never see uh Ben Savage at
Right.
the one who played Corey. I don't never see Cuz at none of them motherfuckers. It got to a point where when I didn't see Cuz at the shit, the last one they did, I had to go Google this nigga. I'm like, did Cuz pass away or something? You know what I mean? Like I had to go Google Cuz, like because and now I don't know. I'm not saying that that's the reason, but that did make me think like, damn, this nigga probably knew these niggas been on that weird shit where they supporting all this, and Cuz just don't want to be a part of that shit.
Right. 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 Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. But I mean, when you look at it, like, man, as much I don't even want to say as much freedom as America has, because being black men in America, we just still fighting oppression to this day. But compared to what life is like in a lot of other places, this is a great place. But this place is just built. It's built on taken from others, whether it's financially or physically, um, preying on children. Like, look at Epstein Island. Like, this ain't no stuff that's new in this country. Like, and the entertainment scene is like a scene where children. It's a playground for preying on children. The entertainment scene, like,
Definitely.
what they would call the Hollywood scene. It's a playground for adults preying on children, and it's always been there. And even with what happened on Epstein Island, documentaries like this coming out, you know, people are still going to turn the blind eye. They're still going to
Yeah,
turn the blind eye to it for the sake of entertainment, for the sake of a billion-dollar industry. They'll turn the blind eye to the fact that these children is being abused for basically for our entertainment.
right. And then just even seeing like they had old boy on that series too. The little young one of the young dudes that was on Hardball. They had him on there, and cause I didn't even know he was part of the cast on all that, and but see what I tell you, I hate to make it like a race thing. You know what I'm saying? I hate to make it that, but you got this little black boy who is on set with all these grown men that's doing shit that nigga his mama they cut him off of a show because they felt like his mama was causing too much of a ruckus.
Was it
Because
the one?
when his mama would see some shit that a grown man should never be doing to another to a child, she spoke on it. That's just like I forgot who else it was. Um Man, it was somebody else on the show who father, it was one of the little I think it was one of the little young white boys who father was up there, you know what I'm saying, and how he was like he had to tell them like, you know, like my son, been getting dressed on his own. Like he don't need you to dress him. You know what I'm saying? Like because nigga, y'all touching. You know what I mean? Like y'all don't y'all doing too much touching, unnecessary touching.
What's
And
what
some of the you said what?
was the which boy from Hardball is it that you were referring to? Because I'm looking at the cast right now. I know it wasn't the kid who played G Baby. Uh,
Nah, he was the one that was the funny one, like the one that was like always cracking jokes, like uh
Brian is would it be Brian Hearns? He played Andre.
damn you suck,
Okay.
Andre. Hold on, I'm about to
Look,
tell you right now. Wait, let me see. Hold on, I'm about to look it up right now on my end. Hold on.
I'm trying to see specifically which.
Yeah, I'm about to tell you right now. Hardball, Cash. All right. It was. Man, that's crazy. I already got the full cash. It's not Chris D. Lofton. It's not.
It wasn't a little chubby one, was it?
No, it wasn't. Let me. I'm typing in Andre name now. Well, Brian Hearn. The fuck, this nigga just ain't got no pictures, cuz.
I noticed they don't have. I didn't know old boy from Tommy's show from Power.
Yeah, he was on here.
Yeah, Chris D. Love.
All right. So remember when they was remember that scene when they was walking under the tunnel. It was Michael B. Jordan character and that other little nigga, and they was walking under the tunnel, and they heard the or they was walking under the freeway, and they heard the gunshots, and then they both stopped, and they was like 9 millimeter Glock or some shit like that.
I remember that part, but shit, man. Michael B.
But
Jordan only won a star, so that's the only face I remember in that
yeah,
part.
he was. Yeah, that was the one. He was with Michael B. Jordan in that scene, but damn, cuz they not like this nigga ain't got no pictures, cuz.
Yeah, shit, fuck it. But yeah, man, that's some crazy shit. Remember the show? Remember that show, Hanging with Mr. Cooper? Was it Hanging with Mr. Cooper? I think it was.
Uh, um, I remember the show, but what happened?
Let me make sure that's the show. I think it's that show, Hanging with Mr. Cooper, Cass. Okay, that was the show. Remember the little boy that played on that show?
Tyler.
Okay, his real name was Marquise. He stayed down the street from me,
Yeah,
and he was a child star, and I heard he came out like with some allegations too. I just never. I wish I could run into that dude, man, in today's time, because uh, yeah, as kids, he stayed what 4 houses down from me. and I remember he would be gone. Like we probably wouldn't see that dude for like 6 months because that he was doing that show. They had him in movies and shit.
Right.
And when he would come back, he was just a regular kid, be outside playing with us. But I know his name came up. I think he was like in his teens when his name came up in something with some allegations of somebody, fondling with him.
Yeah, cuz that shit, man. They been doing that shit. Like I say, man, I myself didn't seen, you know what I'm saying, shit go down that I felt like was inappropriate, being in buildings and seeing, parents bring their kids into a building and leaving them there, you know what I'm saying, unsupervised because they just put their trust. They put their trust in this person. You know what I'm saying? That they feel like, oh, this person is helping my daughter or my son further their career, or this person, they've been told that, well, this person has a lot of power and they can put your kid in position to, you know what I'm saying, to win type shit. And yeah, like it didn't go that way.
Facts. We've had these conversations before. I've been in one of them buildings, and yeah, it's some weird shit going on out there. Definitely, definitely some weird shit that go out there. I used to hear about all this shit, and then people talking about Illuminati and all this, and I used to just, that shit used to go over my head like, man, that shit some bullshit. Until a nigga was in that building. I've been in that building twice. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
to in that building, and you know they ask some crazy shit, and a nigga just be like, it
And I
it, it,
say
it
too,
ain't
man,
worth it
we
ain't
can't
worth it. I'm out.
we can't pick and choose either. I feel like a lot of us, like how, like, I'll just say it, black people, we'll watch something like that series, that Quiet on Set series, and we'll be like, damn, like them motherfuckers is nasty, and da 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 da. But some of our favorite actors is doing shit too, that, or having, saying lines in their shows to kids that they shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? Like when I watch My Wife and Kids, at first I used to be like, I don't know, bro. Like at first I used to be like, that's just cut. Like, that's a dad bullshitting with his kids or whatnot like that. Being funny with his kids. But when a nigga really sit and think about it, cuz, like, you know what I mean? Like, that shit weird. Like, that ain't nothing that should be, you know what I mean? Like, said to a child, cuz.
Right, as far as the promotion, what they was pushing, because uh the discomfort of, because that's the show with Damon Wayans, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the discomfort of the his mannerisms towards his daughter in the show, I think it pushed a bad message out there, because even though she was an adult, she was playing his daughter. She was playing a child in the show. So some things he would
Well,
say
with
to.
that little girl. I'm talking about that little one.
Oh yeah,
Katie.
oh yeah,
I'm
oh
saying,
of
like,
course,
when he would have scenes with her, like, now looking at it, I'd be like, that shit weird. Or even like looking at the Wayne brothers, like that nigga Marlon got a scene, where I'm like, like, never thought about it until like now, because this series has aired, and it got your brain, you know what I'm saying, running and thinking, cuz. So when I watch shows now, I be looking for that shit now sometimes.
right.
And watching the Wayans brothers, and these are some of my favorite actors and favorite shows. Marlon has a scene where he's setting somebody up on like a date, but he like trying to tell, he's feeding him lines. Like, oh, tell her this, tell her that. So this nigga like, yeah, uh, I want you to put a diaper on and spank me, and like basically do some baby shit. And
Right.
like that shit weird, cuz. why are you getting, you know what I mean? Like, how is that making you get hard, or nigga, you getting your rocks off because the motherfucker is dressed like a baby?
Let me ask you this though: Do you think when we see stuff like that, that this is full control from our black actors, or is this our black actors selling out to scripts that's written by white producers and writers that's writing these shows? Because it's always that action of saying no, and we do have people like the Dave Chappelle's who said no to it. Not saying he ain't did no sellout shit, but he woke up at some point and started saying, "No, I'm not doing that."
Right,
Cat Williams, no, I'm not doing that.
right.
Do you think that this is their actions, like they acting on alone and they just some strange ass people that like, probably prey on kids like they do in Hollywood? Or is this the black man selling out for the dollar and letting the white man and letting I don't even want to just say the white man, and letting Hollywood push the black man to the forefront and play these roles and look like they're kind of submitting to some kind of pedophilia?
Um, I feel like in the Wayne brothers case, I could be wrong, but I feel like they're in charge for the most part. You know,
Mm-mm.
they do hire writers. You know what I'm saying? I know they hire writers, and when I say in charge for the most part, meaning a lot of that shit be improv. You know what I'm saying? The writers trust them to, like, cause I know John Witherspoon for sure. I've seen him do it. You know what I'm saying? On the set of Black Jesus, they'll have a whole script for John Witherspoon. Could go through that and say some little shit that is on there, but for the most part, cuz is freestyling the whole scene.
Improv is definitely a part of acting, especially when you are a talent, basically like when you a name in Hollywood. So they don't stop you because they feel like you releasing your talent, so they not gonna stop you. But what I'm saying is, yeah, of course, the Wayans brothers probably did a whole lot of improv in every episode. But when it comes to those particular parts, is because I feel
I
like
feel
they
like
have.
that's them. I get what
I,
you asking,
what
and I
no
think
no
that's
no
them.
what no what I'm asking is this, because I do believe Hollywood has an agenda. They have an
Uh-huh.
agenda. So I do believe that, and you could be right. This could be a part of them improv, and they might just be some weird ass niggas who like kids. But that Hollywood does have an agenda where they step in and be like, I mean, you're doing well. We like the way you're doing it, but wouldn't be? Don't you think it'd be funnier if you said this? They step in and do this all the time with our black actors. So I don't want to act like it don't exist. And even if
Mhm.
even if that still may be the case, the actors still have a choice. Nigga,
They
quit the
do.
show. So they're still at fault for doing it. But so I'm not saying that they're not at fault for doing it. But what I'm saying is it a possibility that show big budget shows like the Wayans, because no matter how much control they had, they still didn't own the show. It was too much of a big budget
No,
show. They
right.
they didn't own the show. A white man still
Mhm.
pulled the string. So as
Yeah.
much improv as they're doing, creating their own, show and doing what they do, there's still a white man there that can walk on set at any moment and be like, and like I say, push this narrative that they push on our black actors. I think it'd be funnier if you implicate like a diaper and being treated like a baby. I don't you think it'd be funny? And it comes a point to like, should our black actors be walking off the set saying "fuck that money," or should they keep succumbing to what this agenda is that they pushing, that black men are aggressors, black men are rapists, black men are pedophiles, should, because in reality, we don't have the highest percentage of, in the real world, we don't have the highest percentage of pedophilia or rapists. It's not us. So it seems like for some reason they're constantly trying to paint this picture on the big screen of us being that. And a lot of black actors they fall into the sunken place and go for the shit.
Yeah. Now, yeah, I believe that they do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But it's just like when I like, all right, so when I go watch the bloopers, you know what I'm saying, of the Wayne brothers, right? I go watch the bloopers. So when they yell cut, like Sean or Marlon might still go and do some off the wall shit like that. Like, bro, like why, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like one of the dudes, uh, uh, one of the producers or the writers or whoever, cut name was Dick. So nigga, when they yell cut,
Pause.
right? I mean, yeah. See how you feel already, kid. So, bro, like they on the show, kid. They didn't yell scene cut, but they on there like nigga on gangsters. This nigga Sean say he said because the dude name was Dick. Cuz say he said, "Hey, Dick." He said, "You have a big head."
Come
Like
on, but
why?
we already know though that Sean is,
No,
you
but
know.
I'm saying like, and then Marlon follow him up and be like, yeah, he say some crazy off the wall shit too. And I'll be like, bro, like that's just them niggas. Cause even on Drink Champs, you can see it in Marlon. Like Marlon, like saying some off the wall shit to them niggas, and them niggas kind of like they just laughing because it's Marlon. But it's like, like let Marlon come in the room with us and say some shit like that, bro. We not gonna just laugh at cuz like we gonna really be like, bro, like what the fuck you on, nigga?
You know, but
You
look,
know what I'm
that
saying? And
it's
and, and then too, like how you say with the oh, can you do because I don't know if you seen that clip of Bernie Mac when they was doing taking the picture, they was trying to take the I guess like the picture for the show. I guess that was gonna be the poster to promote the show.
yeah.
And at this time, Jordan is already a full grown boy, cuz nigga. So they trying to bunch everybody into this picture because they surrounding everybody around Bernie. So the Mac man sitting there, cuz like, he chilling, cuz. So they got the wife, like, okay, you right here. We gonna have baby girl right here. We got Vanessa standing right here. Oh, and Jordan was like, like buying, but here they come sending the white lady like, oh, Jordan, sit right here. They want to cut to sit on cut lap, and Bernie like, oh nah, he like, nah, we not doing that. So Jordan, because Jordan was gonna do it, he just following instructions.
Right,
But
right.
Bernie know the game, cause Bernie like, nah, we not doing that. You know what I'm saying? And so then boom, they take a few pictures and then the lady come right back. But yeah, Bernie, like it'll just, you know what I'm saying? And Bernie wasn't folding, cuz he like, no. Like we not this nigga, this grown ass man ain't sitting on my lap, yeah.
I'll be wondering like what is it that Hollywood get well, I'm not gonna say what it is. I know what it is, but like because it's not for financial gain. It's that's why I say the agenda because it's not for financial gain. It's not like them pushing, black men to wear dresses and be feminine to be women and damn want black men to have little black boys sitting on their laps pushing pedophilia. It's not like they have a financial gain from that. It goes back to them demasculizing the black man. It's them
Mm-hmm.
showing us in a negative light, anything less than an honorable man. You put a black man in a dress and everybody he hiing and all that shit, but that's a black man in a dress. There's young black boys and young black black children period who are looking at black men like it's okay to be that way. Even like how we was talking about the Wayans brothers. It's like Sean was so goddamn gay in the show, it made Marlon look straight. But when you really look back, like you said, Marlon was doing some gay ass shit too. But Sean was just so goddamn gay, it made Marlon look straight. That's how bad it was. Then when them niggas start making them scary movies, what's that shit?
Oh
Scary
yeah,
movies.
cause,
Oh my
yeah, that
god.
scary movie. Cuz had the little thing cut through the hole. Cuz hey, I never forget when I first saw that movie. Cuz I'm like, I just was like, bro, like why? Cuz like, what was funny about that? Cuz
No,
like,
look, they
what the
fucked
fuck
me
was
up.
like? Cuz what the fuck was funny about that? Cuz I'm like, you know what I mean? But yeah, bro, like the industry, you most definitely gonna see some shit. Like I say, nigga, all right, cuz I feel like when you reference to women's underwear, you say pennies. You don't say drawers, cuz like drawers is like man shit.
Yeah.
so so cuz nigga, I'm in a writing session and I ain't even gonna say what label he from, but it's a brother too, and that's what made me mad. Cause I'm like, damn, like they saying you know what I'm saying? So they like, yeah, man, you know, come in before the start of the session and shit. We all just chopping it up. Oh yeah, how was your weekend? Oh man, my weekend was cool. This, that, and the third. Boom. Yeah, man. So you got your shit ready? I'm like, yeah, for sure. He like, yeah, let me hear it. So, cuz is sitting like off to the side of me, and like it's some distance between us. You know what I'm saying? And I rap what I wrote. He like, man, he like, your lyrics is dope. He like, but your energy not there. He
Yeah.
like, man, you know, do that shit again. He like, but go up in it this time. And I'm like, I didn't say nothing, cause I just was like, I just was like, on gangsters, bro. I put this on everything, nigga. I'm like, cuz like, what the fuck? So I'm like, I'm just like, all right, like whatever, cuz. And so this at this point, cut and like kind of like scooted this chair kind of closer, cuz. So I'm like, man, like what the fuck? So now, like you know, nigga, I'm sitting up, cuz like at first I kind of was chill, relaxed, shit like that. So I kind of sit up, boom, rap it again. He like, you there, but you're not quite there. That nigga said, he said, this time, man, he say, I want you to peel the drawers off of it and go. I said, hey, I said, bro, I said, you doing the most right now. You know what I'm saying? He like, oh man, I ain't worried about none of that stuff, man. He like, you taking it the wrong way, man. You taking it the wrong. I'm not taking nothing the wrong way, cuz. I'm like, bro, like, I'm like, that shit make me feel uncomfortable, cuz. I'm like, you know, can you not refer to the song in that manner? You know what I mean? Like whatever, like me reciting my rhymes and shit. Like, bro, if you want me to just redo it, like I can redo it, but all that extra shit, you ain't gotta do all that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You know that shit is when I was up in that place, man, and the motherfuckers got to talking about some. They didn't say it to me. They, said it to a homie that was there. And got the like, can you stretch your mouth? Like what?
Yeah, like she weird shit like
Like,
that.
I think I could get the better vocals out of you if you stretch up. What the fuck you mean stretch your mouth? How to what the fuck like? So like I think to some people, they get to thinking like, oh, that's it's like it's a myth. Like what's going on in the industry is a myth. Like they hear about it, but when you ain't actually seen it, it's almost like talking about the Illuminati. Like what the fuck is what is actually what is the Illuminati? Like what is that? And when you go in these places, when you walk in some of them buildings, you actually get to see exactly what the Illuminati is. The Illuminati is these groups of people, man, who push pedophilia. The same motherfuckers that got airline tickets to Epstein Island. That's your Illuminati. The same people who find joy out of homosexuality. That is the Illuminati. The people who use entertainment and they gatekeep and they're only letting you in if you're willing to be a part of this sick ass society. That's the Illuminati.
Right.
I mean, doing these rituals. When people think of rituals, they think of shit out of movies and shit, holding a sheep's head over fire and all that. Nah, rituals are what they're doing in Hollywood. When they ask you to do weird shit, when they ask you to do shit against your sexuality, against your morals, compromising your integrity for a shot at fame, those are rituals you are participating in. That's
Right.
what the
Right.
Illuminati is. When, like I say, when the director say cut, 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 hold on, and that white man come walking out onto the set, and he want to get close up on you and be like, "Hey, buddy, if you could just pull your pants down a little more and pull your drawers up very high, I think we can get a better shot." That's the Illuminati.
Yeah,
That's
nah,
the
it is.
Illuminati.
That shit is just is crazy, man. It's an industry that you just have to be careful in. You know what I mean? Like I feel, especially if you have a child that might, once they reach a certain age, oh hey dad, mom, I wanna be on TV. You know what I mean? And some parents don't want to tell their children, nah, you can't be that because they be doing this and doing this and doing that and doing that. You know what I'm saying? They just be like, fuck it, we can make it happen, but we gonna be on set every day. Nigga, ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Oh, can the parents leave the room while we talk to the children real quick? Ain't none of that shit going on. So, you know what I'm saying? That's like with old boy from Hardball, cause I wish damn, it's crazy. But old boy from Hardball, cause him and his mom fell out, nigga. He felt like when they called him and told him he couldn't come back for the second season, or it was either the second or third season, one of those. Like he felt like it was because his mom was up there, nigga, raising hell. Like y'all got my son doing this. Nah, we not cool with that. He not doing that. Da da da. She always spoke up when something wasn't right, and he felt like, damn, that's the reason why I'm not on the show. And he said it. He was like, I resented my mom for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't. He wasn't fucking with his mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was like, I still deal with issues till this day, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? Like, and that shit is, I don't even, it's kind of like almost normal now where, you know what I'm saying, these, whoever is in charge of looking after the kids that's on set of filming, you know, I feel like they choose, you know what I'm saying, like how you say, you know, the predator's playground. So they sitting there like that creepy motherfucker cuz that go to a park and he's sitting on the bench that's looking towards the playground where all the kids at and he ain't got no kid. He's just sitting there. Like you choose what you picking out something you like to try to, you know what I mean?
Right,
And that's what they would be doing, cuz you know what I mean? And so when they do that, it's like, you know what I mean? Like that's who they oh, okay. Hey, you know your mom or you know your dad. They this, they that. They just get in their ear. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they stealing your money and all this and all that. They get in your ear.
right.
And some of them kids could believe that shit. They kids. And I feel like a lot of adults, ones that have an agenda, they're quick to tell other people, oh, it's a kid. A kid don't know no better, or a kid over exaggerates or put extras on shit, like it's not really what it is because it's a kid saying it. I feel kids don't lie about shit like that, like how, and for what I'm about to say, I feel like, and not saying that a kid probably hasn't done it because they've been coached to say that, but I feel like it's not like when a woman lies about being raped. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a woman could lie about being raped just because she feels some kind of way. She in her feelings.
Definitely.
She can just yell out rape because a kid not gonna just yell that out. When they do, something really happened.
Depends
Most
on the environment and the influences they come from. But not usually, kids don't just make shit up like that. But in today's time, man, you just these kids are a little different. So but like I say, most my thing is this:
in today's
anything a
time,
kid say, anytime a kid make an accusation, it should never be waved off. I think it should be investigated. Like if a kid come and tell me such and such took my clothes off, and like if they go into like if they say some detailed shit like such and such
yeah, like
took my
detail,
clothes off and did this to me, I'm off the dribble. I'm believing it. Now, if a kid says such and such touch me, I do have to ask, touch you like how? Like show me
yeah,
how show me where they touched you at.
yeah,
Because sometimes kids say things because they might not fully know how to communicate what they saying.
communicate,
And
yeah,
as adults, when they say it, we might jump the gun, like, hey, touch you, like what? And it might not, somebody might have just grabbed their wrist, like, come on, get your ass over here. And it might not
no,
been like that. So,
right,
I,
right,
I I do go off of, like, and that's with anything. I do go off the energy, like how a kid is saying it to me, and like, because I'm for sure gonna be like, touch you, like what? Now, if they just come out saying they touch me and
if you
took my
touch me,
clothes off and all that, I'm like, oh yeah, where this
because
motherfucker?
they didn't went into details, and that's why
Exactly.
I say like a kid is not gonna make. When I say make accusations, that's pretty much what meant was really like this person touched me like this, and they touched me down here, and all this and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said like, and a woman she can just, she mad at that nigga, and it's fuck that nigga, and oh you gonna feel my wrath type shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it don't be true. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I say to the women viewers, I'm not saying that at all. I have to clarify that again, because y'all will bash a motherfucker. No, I'm not saying that women who yell out rape like are lying most of the time. I'm not saying that. I was just comparing that to a kid saying that, to where it's like kids just don't, what I mean, like they not just gonna wake up cuz and come home from school and be like, my teacher touched me down there.
What you think about a girl who's 16
Mm-hmm.
and her boyfriend might be 18, or she's 17 and her boyfriend is 19? However, she's still under the legal limit. She's still under 18, even if it's by a year, and he might just be over 18 or 18. And she gets pregnant, and because she's ashamed, because this happens. So the scenario I'm giving it's happened. We've seen it before. It's plenty of niggas who did prison time behind shit like this.
Mm-hmm.
She fuck around and get pregnant by the nigga, right?
Right.
And when she gotta go to her parents and let them know that she's pregnant, to save face from shame, from being, shameful to her parents, you know, she'll play the he raped me game.
Remember I told you, and I'm not gonna mention my bro name, but remember I told you about my boy.
Yeah, yeah, shit
You know
like
what
that.
I'm saying? And I know my God, like, and it's not one of those situations, because it's easy to say, "Oh, see, that's you saying that you know your friend." You don't know what and a lot of us don't know what our friends, our brothers, our cousins, who we sometimes we really don't know what a motherfucker is capable of. I don't care how much you think you know that person. I don't give a fuck if y'all been living under the same roof your whole life. You just don't know what a motherfucker is capable of one day, because you don't live inside that person's head, so you don't know what that motherfucker's thinking on a daily basis. Cause you know what I'm saying. So I mean, but like in this case with my boy, it's kind of one of those things where the girl even came out and said like, no, nothing happened. I just didn't want to get in trouble. So you ruin a man's life, get him killed even.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get him killed even because you was scared to get an ass whipping from your mama.
You know how many niggas, you know how many black college athletes, basketball, football that was supposed to go on to the league and be stars and got held back, that niggas that went to prison behind girls doing that shit
Mm-hmm.
because they go off to college and then they get pregnant and they be too ashamed to face their parents and let their parents know, like, look, I've been out here tooting this shit up, I'm pregnant. They don't do that. They go play that game, and then some of these promising athletes end up behind bars because of this shit.
Right, right.
Yeah, man, that shit is crazy, man. What you think about because I'm looking, I see Trey and Doe spoke on it. I want to bring it up just real brief. You know what I mean? We ain't got to dig too deep in it. It's kind of funny. But what you think about Usher mama uh accusing Diddy of taking Usher's virginity?
Hey, look, you know, man. If it's somebody that's gonna know anything, look. If it's somebody that's gonna know anything, it's gonna be, you know, his mom. Cause like she know what kind of people he was around, and um, I don't know if it was Jermaine Dupri or Diddy, one of them, who said how they used to, you know, nigga, like you know what I'm saying, like nigga, they be waking up in each other's beds, cuz like talking about play fighting, like cuz what two men play fight, cuz like bro, like you know what I'm saying, like nigga, that's like bro, like if a nigga be like, man, you know, if I wanted to say, I'm not gonna say play fighting, you know what I'm saying, I say some shit like, yeah, nigga, me and my brother, nigga, we was getting down, you know what I'm saying? Or nigga, you know the term, nigga, slap boxing, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like we was, you know, we got in the gloves, cuz like we was sparring or whatever. I'm not gonna say play fighting, cuz that's just one, like that's a term I'm not gonna use. I feel like that's what females, you know what I'm saying? Like you play fight with a female, cause that's gonna lead into
Fucking.
come
But
on,
look,
cuz.
so do you think, okay, so her coming out with this, Usher is a grown ass man, 40 something years old, probably maybe pushing 50, right?
No, hell no. Not Usher.
You don't think Usher is pushing? I mean, he might not be. I'm not sure. Let me see. Let's just get the facts. Let's see. Usher's age. Yeah, pushing 50. Usher's 45 years old.
God damn, cuz. But
Yeah.
see, that's because, like, bro, like, damn, cuz I'm 36, cuz.
And look, the nigga might really be older than that because you know how the entertainment industry is.
Yeah, no, they lie about motherfuckers' ages, like, cuz if you look at, if you go and you look at, cuz with the dreads, that's on the Power, Force, D Mac.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you go on his page, cuz, like, if you just look at, even when you look at him on the show, look at him on the show. Don't even go to his page. Just go look at him on the show. Cause that's a grown ass man playing a motherfucking 17-year-old.
That's how they all
That's how they
always
do.
done it.
Cause
Yeah.
they will go and get somebody that's, you know what I'm saying. Like when we watch these shows, cause like these shows that's supposed to be about these high school kids. Cause them shows be motherfucker like the cast, nigga. Them motherfuckers be like adults playing high school students. Cause you know what I'm saying? They just look young. You got some people who age backwards. Those are ones who get roles and shit like that. Cause because one thing about shit, nigga, they don't really like to work with the real teenagers because you got acne and all this and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Teenagers go through that. We all went through that phase, and they want somebody that what I'm saying, still look that's still young looking, but ain't gotta worry about like the pimples and all. You know what I mean? Like they still have an image,
Yeah.
and that's how they do, nigga. Like that shit be crazy.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. They do that shit, man. But so look, so uh, with the Usher shit, right?
Yeah.
Do you think when do we publicly, like, our top podcasters, the news outlets, when do we publicly start asking these parents questions? When do we get to a point where it's like, okay, Usher's a 45-year-old man. For one, you're embarrassing your son. Your son is a fucking superstar, and he's probably one of the most popular R&B artists at the moment. Right now, he having his time. He got a big hit that's on the radio that's going crazy.
Hmm.
He is still at 45 years old with a long career. He's outlasting people that came after him. Usher has found ways to reinvent himself.
Right.
So my thing is this: at 45 years old, why is your mother coming out saying Diddy took your virginity in the midst of the Diddy controversy? Because then it'll make me look at mother like you're at fault, because if you knew while he was still a child that this super mogul, super hip hop mogul took your child's virginity, and now you're waiting to he's 45 to come out and say that in the midst of this Diddy controversy, then I think she need to get sit in that same hot seat and get asked the question, why now? Why
No,
now?
I agree.
Like, why now? Because at some point, these parents, man, these parents need to be held accountable. If the judicial system is not going to do it, I think as content creators, the podcasters, the major outlet journalists, I think that question needs to start getting asked, because it seems like we're starting to give these people a pass for them waiting so long to come out and defend their children when it could possibly mean a check to them now.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Why not bring it up? They ain't no different from these girls with this Me Too movement. Oh, 50 years ago, Bill Cosby slipped a pill in my drink. It's 2024. He put pill in your drink back in the 60s and 70s. Like, you
Right.
know what I mean? Like so it's kind of like the question needs to start being asked. Why? Why? Your son is a 45-year-old man with children of his own, still having success off music. Why embarrass him now? Because it's embarrassing. Why put him in that spotlight now, in the position he's in, to add to the midst of the Diddy controversy, the scandal? You know what I mean? This is something that, as a mother, fuck your son as an entertainer, all that. As a mother, you should feel like shit.
I mean, I feel like you know, we on the outside looking in. So it's like I feel like we don't know what kind of relationship he has with his mom. I feel obviously it ain't on the best terms if she decides to come out and say some shit like that. Excuse me. Um, I feel like doing that is some shit. Like I feel like, you know, a motherfucker is mad about something. Something happened behind the scenes that we don't know about and probably may never find out. You know what I'm saying? But something happened to where she was like, all right, well, nigga, I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like it could have been one of those moves, or it could just simply be like, shit, like how you say the Me Too shit. She like, shit, well, if everybody getting paid, this nigga ain't giving me no money like that, or whatever the, you know what I'm saying, case may be. Shit, I'm gonna give me a bag, you know what I'm saying?
I could see it the first way you said, like for her to come out and do that. Maybe they're not on the best of terms. Maybe
Yeah,
you never know. You know what I mean? You never know. But that's still does not. When you rewind it to it initially happening as a mother, you know what I mean?
you have to, like you said, we need to be asking her, like, so you knew this was going on, so why didn't you say anything?
Yeah,
Because I feel like she's gonna sound just like the mothers that's on that Quiet on Set uh docu series, where they were saying, well, I didn't want to, mess up anything for my son. He was, on the rise, or I saw the attention they were giving him, and you know, his career was going far, so I didn't want to mess that up.
but damn,
So I,
at the height of his career, you still come out and trying to
right.
tarnish it anyway. You know what I mean? So it's like that's why I say the question needs to get asked, because just like we sitting here questioning now, like, well, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. We can do that all day.
Hmm.
Start sitting these parents down on that couch and ask them, and let's hear what they say. What's their excuse gonna be? For they need to stop asking a question of why now, and start. The question doesn't need to be why now.
Right.
It needs to start from the beginning. Why you didn't say nothing then?
Right.
We don't really need to pay attention to why now, because why now could be financial. Why now could be spite. Like you
Hmm.
said, if her and her son not seeing eye to eye, why now could be a lot of reasons. But why not then is really the question. Like, why? What made you let this keep going on? And I think they do need to make a law against these parents who keep doing this shit.
Hmm.
They need to make a law
Yeah,
against these
no,
parents.
most definitely. Just
It
like
should.
even, with the R. Kelly joint, I felt like, the parents that was putting their children on planes, like you putting your child on a plane, that's sex trafficking.
Definitely, definitely, and
You know what I'm
even
saying?
the
Human,
ones who don't.
or human trafficking, whichever one you want to label it, that's what that is. You
I mean,
put your child on a plane and took them to danger.
definitely, and that's what I was about to say. Like, it's even if it's not sex trafficking, at least they should be getting charged with child endangerment,
Hmm.
because these are adults, and you're dropping them off in a workspace for adults, where a child should have either a parent supervision or some kind of professional supervision of a child. That's like me saying I'm going to drop my son off just anywhere for somebody to watch him. No, I'm going to drop him off at a daycare where they actually have a license to watch children. Not
Hmm.
saying it's a perfect place for them to go. Not saying that bad things don't happen at daycares.
Right.
But me being a parent, I'm doing the best I can by at least dropping my child off somewhere where they qualify to watch him,
Hmm.
so that I can say that I did the best I could to protect.
Right.
You dropping your daughter off at R. Kelly house, you know what I mean? And and look, I'm like this. I'm not finna sit here and act like if my daughter was a singer as a child, that I wouldn't have been open to her going to R. Kelly house to work. I
Right.
would have been. But I'm one of them parents. I would have been there with her, and it wouldn't have been negotiable about me leaving her there. I
Hmm.
wouldn't have felt right. I would have felt like, what the fuck you weird ass niggas trying to do? We ain't doing this. We out of here. It's another way. You will make it another way, baby. We ain't doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We ain't doing this. I'm not leaving you here with adults smoking, drinking, and whatever else is going. I'm not leaving you here to do this. Fuck a superstar. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's why I say I think at some point they do need to be set down and held accountable. It should be a charge for it. Like I say, at minimum, I think it should be a lot of charges for it, but at minimum, it should be child endangerment.
Yeah, cause that shit just is something that's not. I mean, that shit is unacceptable. Where you just allowing your kid to be in an environment like how you say that is for adults and adults only. You
Right,
know, and it's not no like when I've been to some battle rap events and man, you know, a part of me be like, damn, cut out the fuck, you know, cause I go to the battle rap event and there's kids in there and they in this closed space and motherfuckers don't give a fuck about nobody else kids because they feel like nigga I done came outside, I done got dressed, this, that, and third, nigga, I got my weed, my drink, nigga, I'm gonna do me. Why the fuck is this kid in like cuz on Harlem Nights? What the fuck is this kid doing in here?
yeah,
You
spike
know what I mean?
motherfucker.
Like it's one of them type of situations, cuz. And I'm like, damn, I'm looking and motherfuckers is just blowing, cuz, smoking big weed, doing what they do. And these people just still got their kids in there. And I'm like, you want your kids around that shit? Because like I say, nigga, I remember like being a kid, bro. And nigga, like my mom wasn't taking me to St. Andrews Park as a kid, bro.
Yeah,
She wasn't, nigga. You know what I'm saying? She was not taking me around that environment as a kid. My mom wasn't one of those kind of moms. Cause I see certain mothers who take their kids to gang functions. And I be feeling like, damn, your kid ain't got no chance at life. That's how I be feeling. Damn, you ain't even giving your kid no chance at life. It's like, nigga, this is what it's gonna be.
right.
Nigga, you gonna know all the homies, nigga, from birth, damn near. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, get that kid a chance to choose. They gonna choose what they want when they get older. We all did. You know what I'm saying? We gonna choose our path. But let me have that choice though. Don't give that to me for me. If I want to go be a baseball player, let that be because I wanted to be go be a baseball player. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? If I want to be a doctor, if I want to be a lawyer, if I want to be whatever, like let me, you know what I'm saying, grow up to have them kind of choices. Don't just like I say from birth, nigga. We in the set, nigga. Every day we at the park. This that we around the homies. You around smoking. You around drinking. You around drug dealing. You around all that, and I'm not even hiding it from you. This
yeah.
is what it is. That kid has no chance. That kid has no future.
No, that's a fact, man. Because I be looking at like shit like this, like you know, we can be like, this person made it to the NBA, came from St. Andrews Park. I
Right.
mean, this person made it to the NFL, came from St. Andrews Park. But when you look at it, that'd be like one kid out of every 30 or 40.
Exactly.
So it's like the ratio is just so uneven. It's kind of like if out of 40 kids, one nigga make it to the league and the other the other 39 become future gang members, it's like why that's why I don't take my son to the park because I'm like, what's the chances? What's
Right.
the chances? You know what I mean? Even the fact that niggas ain't gonna like see you with your kid and come and greet you no different than they would come greet you. They gonna come greet me as a homie. And
Exactly.
my son is gonna be seeing that. And then what does he do? He go back to school and start teaching his little friends, like, this is how we, you know what I mean? And then next thing you know, him and his little partners is, they're doing that. And that little spark, that little spark can go a long way. I know it can.
I,
That little
I I know. I know because just growing up in a household where, nigga, like I say, cause my uncle, cause at that time, like this nigga one of them crips, cause like that I would see, like, you know what I'm saying, the shit, them niggas you see in these old pictures, cuz Jerry Curl, nigga, khakis and all that kind of shit, nigga, like niggas working out, you know, just like nigga real original crip shit. It's like I went out, nigga, elementary school. I never forget, nigga, elementary school, nigga, I get into a fight. I tell nigga I'm from Trey Gangsters. That's all I heard in my house.
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm from Trey Gangsters. I got my A, nigga. Look, so one of the kids, they tell my cousin when she come pick me up from school, oh, Calvin got to a fight. He said he was from Trey Gangsters. Nigga, she go tell my mom's, cuz. So I remember one day, cuz I got out the shower or something, I needed some socks. I'm like, I ain't got no socks. Nigga, my mama told me, go ask your homies for some socks. Go ask your homies.